If you've ever seen Caillou, I feel sorry for you. Since everyone has seen Caillou at some point in their lives, that means I feel sorry for everyone and everything. That stupid little shit is always causing trouble, but his parents never scold him or reprimand him. No lessons are really learned other than to make your kid happy at all costs. I'm guessing because the show was made in Canada. My understanding is if you do so much as send your kid to their room without maple syrup and poutine dinner for the night, the mounted police will come to your door, riding on their grizzly bear steeds and arrest you swiftly, Taylor Swiftly. Yes, that's right. I'd rather listen to a Taylor Swift marathon for 72 hours in a row while a Kansas City Chiefs fan shrieks in my ear and State Farm insurance commercials blast through the speakers and scary G major tuning at full volumes, shattering my speakers and somehow taking my involuntary virginity through sound waves, then watch a single fucking minute of the Caillou animated program ever again. Well, I was at a yard sale in a small town here in New Jersey, walking around and surprised that anyone was selling anything other than a smile and a 25-cent a glass lemonade. You know how it is in New Jersey. When I saw video games for sale at an old people's yard sale, there were a bunch of shitty old board games and dominoes and checkers sets. But then there was a PlayStation 1 game. I still had one of those systems. Grand Theft Auto. Oh man, I remember that game being far too violent with the shooting prostitutes and snorting drugs off of hookers. Crack. While you wear a Robin Hood hat and play your nose like a flute, SpongeBob SquarePants style, and refer to incest as wincest, unironically before a Game FAQs moderator sends you a direct message to inform you that they agree with your moral values. It had a picture of Charlie Brown on the cover with a frown on his face, but what was really weird is there were actually peanuts where his eyes' pupils should be. If you know your Charlie Brown history, you would know what Peanuts is. That was the name of the comic. I bet your mom thinks it's the Charlie Brown and Snoopy show. She would. Anyway, the yard sale granny told me to take it for free because her son owned it and he died last week. I said sorry, and she said not to worry about it because he had been suffering for a long time and he was at peace now. I gave her $5 anyway, flashed her a peace sign, and when I got home, I found my PlayStation console in my attic next to my younger brother's weed and Annie Jane's tutu ballerina doll collection. When I popped in the game, I noticed that something was wrong. Nothing was loading up. I stepped on my PlayStation because I noticed that works sometimes, and it did this time too, but not until after some loud banging noises were heard, kind of like when you stick a pencil in a PC fan because you know nothing about hardware maintenance. Several seconds, the blank screen passed, but it was one of those situations in which, although nothing was shown on screen, you could tell the power was on, I guess from the TV lighting or whatever. And then it finally happened. The Charlie Brown Peanuts theme song played. You know the one. The piano music. It's kind of like Bobby's World, actually, but that was odd enough. But then things got bad enough as a mischievous pint-sized Russian spy with a predator mustache randomly appeared on screen. It was Boris Badenov from the Rocky and Bullwinkle cartoons. In Soviet Russia, Otto Grand Theft you. I threw my controller at my PlayStation because of how stupid that was. The screen turned off for several seconds, and I cried in fear that the game wouldn't play. As if it was sorry for me and took pity on me, again, involuntary virgin, the game turned back on. Instead, it wasn't a game. It was, oh, for fuck's sakes, no Come the hell on. I'm just a kid who's 4. Each day I grow some more. I like exploring. Caillou, 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 Caillou. The video kept looping. I unzipped my pants and pissed all over my PlayStation. Several seconds later, the disc resumed. It was just a shitty motherfucking episode of that dumb as fuck stupid shitty squirrel fucking ever so fucking motherfucking stupid revolting shit stain diarrhea breath monkey boo honey boo boo great big ol' piece of doo-doo PBS Kids cartoon program Caillou. Oh, gag me with a piece of shit. The unseen character grandmother narrator began speaking. Caillou refused to do his chores because he was too busy telling Gilbert that he was gay. He had picked up from the other children around him using the word gay, and Caillou only knew that it meant happy. Caillou and his cat were gay. It was a beautiful moment. What the fucking stupid hell-spawn demon shit crack cocaine smoking nonsense was this? However, Mommy and Daddy were very displeased with Caillou for not doing his chores. Caillou could be seen smacking the floor with his fists and crying for no good fucking reason while the mother, Doris, and father, Boris, why they had basically the same name, I don't know, they were probably brother and sister, appeared on screen with mildly frustrated and disappointed looks on their faces, brows mildly furrowed. What were they going to do to Caillou? Give him a bowl of ice cream and pat him on the ball cap as punishment. If only we all were that lucky. Caillou, we have decided to give you up for adoption. Boris muttered casually. What the hell was this? Just then, the front door of the house burst fucking open to, I shit you not. There were several Mexican men in sombreros playing mariachi music, guitar, accordion, harp, violin, trumpet. What the hell was this? La cucaracha, oh child is a little shitty bug. La cucaracha, I'm going to teach him how to make the Taco Bell. These were clearly American people trying to come off as Mexicans, posers. The scene shifted to a scene of that Simpsons episode in which Bart Simpson is held prisoner in France and stomping on grapes to make wine. What the hell is going on? Suddenly, Bart Simpson exploded into Mexican poporindo y tamarindo candy. It wasn't blood or guts or anything. It was revealed that it was a horse piñata the entire time, according to the French captors and their shitty faux French accent, but that makes no sense given he looked just like the usual Bart Simpson and not at all like a fucking horse. Also, where was my Grand Theft Auto gaming experience? Just then, my dreams were answered. The episode was over, more or less. I could play. I looked like a giant middle-aged, wrinkled up like a prune for a forehead, sagging over a stomped-on exploded brain tumor Charlie Brown, and I had a beautiful fucking golden Glock. Well, this was a step up from watching Caillou. There was an open urban road ahead of me to play with, lined with adult video stores and bar restaurants and ladies of the night by street poles. Time to do the GTA thing! I hopped into the Cybertruck, which made absolutely no sense given this was supposed to be a PS1 game and Cybertrucks weren't supposed to have been invented yet, and started running over all of the prostitutes, driving over sidewalks and street corners and hitting a trash can at full fucking speed. Oh, yeah. What the fuck? My ass! Yelled Oscar the motherfucking Grouch as he flew right out of the fucking trash can, exploded into rat feces in midair. I don't know what rat feces looked like. There literally was a shit brown arrow pointing to the fecal matter labeled rat feces in Comic Sans font. I threw up. Suddenly I heard some sort of vocoder style voice coming not out of my TV speaker, but from my PlayStation? Ah, shit. It was. It is I, Rosie, Caillou's little sister. You have run over me. Oh, what? Rosie was a child. There were no children in this Grand Theft Auto video game. Shut the fuck up! It was me from the future! Oh, shit. Rosie from Caillou could read my mind. I am now a ghost. You must return this game to the yard sale immediately, or you will throw up peanuts which will pop out of your eyes while your brain grows into a giant sagging pop prune-sized tumor. You'll explode into rat pinata feces and gallbladder and prostate chunks. You rather literal piece of shit. And I just about had enough of this. I got down on my knees and repeatedly punched the PlayStation 1 console. Oh! Ow! You stupid little shit! Ow! Ow! And with that, my PlayStation exploded along with the disc. My house burnt down, my skin melted off. I was nothing but a skeleton, but I could somehow still perceive everything, implying that there is an afterlife after all. I skedaddled and rattled my bones all the way back up to the attic, since the stairs remained intact even after my stupid fucking house exploded, and grabbed my now laid father's top hat and uncle's cane and started to dance. For some reason. I don't know why. La di la di la 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 di la la di la di la di la di la 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 la. I'm dead. I'm dead. This is the way it must end. I played a vulgar video game, so this is the way it has to be. I'm dead. I'm dead. All things must come to an end. You ate diarrhea out of an elephant's asshole, you stupid fucking piece of shit. You got what you deserved. I exploded into a mountain of peanuts. Several thousand years later, little green aliens would dig through the wreckage, and despite what I said a little earlier, they found the Grand Theft Auto Caillou disc, even if it was slightly, ever so slightly, as if breathed on lightly by a brain-damaged dragon who was too busy staring into the toilet after taking a dump to actually finish setting something fully on fire. Scorched.